Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another movie theory video. This one's going to be for Pulp Fiction. What's in the case? So yeah, for you guys who have seen Pulp Fiction, if you guys have seen it, you guys will remember that the case that John Travolta and Samuel Jackson's characters, Vincent Vega and Julius Winfield, I believe, or Winefield, respectively. They're trying to get this case, or they have this case, they're trying to protect it, and every time they open it, there's this glow that comes out, and everybody looks at it in awe, but nobody really knows what's in the case. So that's what this theory is going to be about. Okay, so first off the bat, let me say that Quentin Tarantino, the director of this movie, has said that whatever's in the case is up to the viewer's imagination. That the viewer, which is you and me, um, could whatever's in the case could be whatever we want theoretically. So I want to get that thing out of the way. Now there are a few theories out there, so I'm gonna go with some of the lesser known theories, which I think there's three theories that really make sense. So yeah, well, three theories that really make sense. So the first one, let me pull it up here. Give me a sec. Is that wait? Crap. Crap. Okay, here. So this first theory, goes with another theory. Now, if you guys have heard the Tarantino theory, which is basically like the Pixar theory, only for Tarantino, that every Quentin Tarantino movie is connected somehow. Um, if you guys have heard that theory, the what I'm gonna mention right now kind of goes with that theory, and that is that Elvis's gold suit, which was featured in True Romance, which is another Tarantino film that was in the early '90s. They say that the gold suit is what's in the case. Now that backs up the Tarantino theory, that every single Tarantino movie is connected, and that I guess would make sense. Now I haven't seen True Romance, so I can't say, if the glow from the gold suit would make sense in the case. But if you guys, let's take a look at Elvis when he was, in reality. I don't think he ever had a gold suit, but if you guys remember when in Elvis Presley, when he was getting older, when he was like in his 40s, he wore this really shiny, elaborate white suit that he was known for until he died. And that one was shiny. It had glow, it had glitter, it had I think it had mirrors or something like that, reflective covers. So it is very glowy, or if that's even a word. It glows a lot, shines. I don't know. So I guess to an extent that would make sense. The only problem I have with that theory is, what will make it glow yellow, or because if you guys see the light when it comes out of the briefcase, the glow is like yellow goldish. So that doesn't really make sense. But then again, I'm using a suit that was used in real life, and I don't think he ever had an actual gold suit. So it makes sense if the gold suit was, with a yellow light. So that's the first theory. Now the second theory, is that the diamonds, there's diamonds inside the suitcase. Now I believe it's the executive producer or executive writer or whatever, and he says that. Also, this one goes with the Tarantino theory that every single movie is connected. And this one we kind of know. If it features Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. If you guys don't know, Vincent Vega and the main character from Reservoir Dogs, is the brother of Vincent Vega, John Travolta's character. And basically, in this part of the theory, it says that the diamonds that were in Reservoir Dogs are inside the briefcase in this movie, and that the bandage that Marcel Wallace has, because the bandage in the back of his neck, that also does play into this theory. The bandage that he has, it's just some random scar. Now that does make sense, and that was the original plan, to show the diamonds, and that the scar being just some random scar. The bandage being some random scar. It says that Ving Rhames, who is the actor for Marcel Wallace, he has a scar on the back of his neck that he just didn't want people to see, and the scar has really nothing to do with what's in the briefcase. and the briefcase just contains diamonds that he wants to get rich, whatever. So yeah, now that theory does make sense, and since it was the original plan, I'm not gonna say it is canon, but it should be taken into consideration, if you ask me. So yeah, now the most popular theory out there, which I'm pretty sure you guys have heard millions of times, is that the case contains Marcel Wallace's soul. So yeah, basically theory goes that Marcel Wallace, he meets up with the devil, who knows when, and I don't know the situation. I don't think there's actually been a situation set for why he went over to the devil, but whatever. He sold his soul to the devil to gain power or whatever. And in Chinese culture, I believe it's Chinese or Japanese culture, that they said that it says that when you sell your soul to the devil, he takes it from behind your neck, in the nape of your neck. So here he would take it out, and that's how you sell your soul to the devil. You make the agreement or whatever. So yeah, and that's basically what it means. That's why he has the bandage there, because he has a hole or a terrible scar, and the thing in the briefcase is his soul. Now, out of all the theories, that one makes the most sense. So yeah, I think that one makes the most sense. Yeah, the only thing I don't understand is that Marcel Wallace, he is a gangster, so having scars isn't really anything new for gangsters. So why would he cover up his scar? I don't know. Maybe it's just that terrible, or maybe he just doesn't like people seeing his scars, which is understandable. But the most popular theory out there is that he sold his soul to the devil, and that's what's in the briefcase, and that's why it's so shocking when people see it. They said that, and that does make sense, because for example, let's go over the other two theories. When you see, for example, let's say the thing in the briefcase was Elvis's suit, you'd see at it in awe, but you'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool. Let's sell it or give it to a museum. Okay, they really can't do that with a soul. I mean, granted, you could just say, let me keep it, but, and I guess to an extent, the way they did it in this movie, they do it with the soul, but it doesn't seem the right way. If it were, unlike if it were an actual item instead of a spiritual presence, let's say. The diamonds, and you have to remember the two main characters are cops. So, let's say the suit was stolen, they'd have to return it to who knows who. So, eh. That theory kind of, it's there, it makes sense, but it does have its flaws. Okay, the second theory, as I said before, is that it contains the diamonds, and then the scar is just some random scar that he had from who knows when. Same thing in the Elvis theory. Marcel's scar is right there, for who knows when, how long. Has nothing to do with it likely. So yeah, in the second theory, as I said before, the diamonds are in the briefcase, and the scar in the back of his neck is just a scar from who knows when and where. So yeah, that one again has the same flaws. If the diamonds are stolen, which they are theoretically, they'd have to return it, and even if they want to keep it, they'd either want to sell it or do something with it. And due to the fact that it's a material item, it doesn't make sense why they'd want to keep it and not really do anything with it but preserve it. Even if you are a diamond collector, for example, which people do collect diamonds, you'd want to show them off, but you'd want to show them off. But this isn't really something you could show off. Okay, so honestly, that's another reason why I believe that the case does contain Marcel Wallace's soul, because it's not really something they could show off, and it's not really something they could sell or give to a museum. It's not something they could put in a vault, for in a police station, use that as evidence. Well, they could, but it just wouldn't make sense. So yeah, I think from least likely to most likely, I'd have to say Elvis's suit is the least likely. There's a possibility, but it has too many flaws. The second one being that the case contains diamonds. Again, it does have the same flaws, but you have to remember that was the original idea. And then the third one, Marcel Wallace's soul. Again, it also makes sense because the scar in the back of his neck. Yeah. So yeah, that's the theory for this week. Next week we'll see what it is. Maybe it's Tarantino theory, maybe not. I'll see. I actually have a list of the conspiracy theories for movies I have. It's almost a full page. So yeah, but if you guys want me to do a theory in the future, comment that down below. And if I don't have it already on my list, I'll write it down. Shout you out if you tell it to me, whatever. So yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Comment down below on your thoughts on Pulp Fiction. What are your thoughts on what's in the case? What do you think is in the case? Do you think it contains Marcel Wallace's soul, Elvis's suit, or the diamonds from Reservoir Dogs? Or do you think it contains something completely different? Comment on that down below and let me know. And besides that, also, what are your thoughts on Pulp Fiction overall? Also, comment that down below. Like this video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And also, before I forget, I do have a contest. I do have a few contests right now at the moment, running all the way till the end of September, so September 30th. 2 contests, and that is due to the fact that my channel is for both movie fans and comic book fans. So I have a comic book contest and a movie contest. So yeah, please enter on those. For the movie contest, I'm giving away a Gran Torino Steelbook, and for the comic book contest, I'm giving away Life with Archie number 37, Walking Dead number 130, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle issue, and a Southern Bastards number 3 issue. I forget what number of TMNT that is. It's from the Micro series, so yeah. And don't worry, I am planning to add a few more books into that, but at the moment, that's all I have. But I am going to add at least 2 or 3 more books into that haul. So yeah, do answer please, and yeah, that's basically it. Subscribe, comment down below, like this video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer, and that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.